Hello and welcome to Let Me Bore You to Sleep. Let me bore you to sleep. This is Q&A Friday. Q&A Friday. My name is Jason Newland. Jason Newland. Please, I'll stop. I'm not doing it anymore. Just please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. Oh, I'm enjoying this too much. Right. Hello. It is Friday the 27th of February 2026. I've closed the windows. As soon as I close the windows, it's become warm in here. But I'm using the daylight. I've got the windows, the curtains open, which means there might be some background sound, but yeah. I mean, yesterday I did a recording. What was it called? I did a hypnosis recording yesterday called Sleep Without Trying. 1 hour, 24 minutes, 23 seconds. Now, there was so much background sound, it took me probably 3 hours to edit. Not only that, is I kept falling asleep while I was recording it. If you watch the video, I'm actually falling asleep in between the sentences. So I ended up with a 2-hour recording, which then after editing got down to 1 hour 24 minutes. And I had to try and edit that dog over the fence out. Now, I love that dog. The cutest dog. I told you about him the other day, didn't I? I think. Yeah. It's just, he was barking the entire time that I was trying to make a really, really quiet recording. And we got motorbikes, and it's 7 minutes to 1 p.m. in the afternoon. It's activity. And so there will be background sounds, hopefully nothing too much, and I kind of don't mind it so much when I'm doing these recordings, just in the sense of it doesn't have to be silent. I feel with the hypnosis recordings, I pretty much need complete silence. I don't know. And I don't have Vinny in here when I do video, the hypnosis stuff. I put him into the bedroom. But when I do these ones, he's with me, aren't you, Vinny? Yes, you are. He's with me the whole time. I mean, on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Or was it Monday? I don't know. I think it might have been Monday. And might have been Tuesday. Anyway, one day he spent... Oh, yeah. I did a recording one day this week when he wasn't here for a few hours. I don't remember what day that was. I don't remember. And I saw my dad on Tuesday, so which I've already mentioned a couple of days ago. Maybe it was Wednesday that he was... Maybe that he was round the corner. It wasn't yesterday, I know that. And it's definitely not today, because we're here today. It's really weird. See, I've got this streaming on my TV, and it's flickering. You know, we're kind of moving like that instead of just flowing. But when the actual video's done, it's fine. It's just on the TV. It used to be, when I first started, like, share. What are you doing? When I first started sharing stuff with the TV, it would just be like normal viewing. I don't know what's happened. My mouth is still working, but then I think like that. No, it's still catching. It's not catching up. I'll tell you. I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'll tell you when I've stopped talking. I'll tell you, like on the screen. So I'm trying to think of a sentence. Okay. I saw a pigeon today and I fell in love. Right. I saw a pigeon today and then I fall in love. No. It just looks like it's not keeping a, la, ba, ba, ba. I think there's a fraction of time. Anyway, you won't notice that if you watch the video, because it'll all be perfect. It's a fairly bright day today. I'm not flooded with lights. I've got one light on it up there, but I haven't got the light on the other side or the light down there. So yeah. So yeah, Q&A Friday. Just trying to think what to update you with. I'm still working on the jasonnewland.store. What I'm doing at the moment, I've been uploading the relaxation hypnosis for stress and anxiety. I think I've done 50 now, so I've got another 150, 160 to do for that lot to be done. If I look at the collections I've got, yeah, relaxation hypnosis for stress, anxiety and panic attacks, let me bore you to sleep, stress and pain relief, hypnosis for sleeping deeply. See, that is going to just be only hypnosis recordings that aren't on other podcasts. So basically anything that I do from now onwards will be on there. I just need to update it because I've got a few hypnosis recordings to upload to that one. Sleepy boring objects, stop nail biting, let me bore your pain away, Jason's bedtime story time, deep sleep whisper hypnosis. I got a lot to add to that one, but there's only 23 on there at the moment. Then I've got, there's an ASMR let me bore you to sleep, relax and sleep hypnosis daily. There's 209 episodes on there. And stop smoking, 10 episodes or 10 recordings. So altogether I've got 1,700, 800, 900, probably nearly 2,000 recordings on my jasonnewland.store. And that's individual recordings, not like different versions of the same recording. So it's nearly 2,000 individual recordings. And when I finish, there'll probably be about when it's all updated, in the next week or two, probably about 2,400, maybe 2,500, maybe less, but yeah, I reckon there's definitely a few hundred more to add. Probably another 400 to 500, and then it'll all be complete, and I'll just add as I do them. As far as the podcasts go, someone told me, I forgot the name of the person, but thank you anyway, let me know that there was ads being played in the middle of my podcasts. So that's been sorted. Like, that shouldn't have happened. No way in the world should that ever happen. I mean, it defeats the object, doesn't it, of the whole thing. But anyway, it's been sorted. So there's no adverts on my podcasts. For the podcasts, I go back to the 2nd of January this year for the Hypnosis for Sleeping Deeply, and for the Let Me Bore You to Sleep, I go back to the 1st of January. So, so everything's kind of pretty much the latest recordings. But then every single Let Me Bore You to Sleep that I've done is on my jasonnewland.store, and there's 1,555. Now I've created there's 1,555. I've done 1,565. So along the way, I've lost 10 recordings, which is, I mean, it happens, So I've lost 10 over the last 8 years. I've lost 10 Let Me Bore You to Sleep recordings. I don't know how, but I just did. But as well as being a good place to download my stuff, it's also a really good place because it's my archive. It's a good place to save stuff, which means it's now saved. I mean, it's not forever, obviously. I have to pay the £40 a month to have it on there. So, but even then, if I don't pay it for a month, they don't just automatically delete everything. They keep it on there for a while. So I've got to do that. There's a few images I need to find for the recordings, because along the way I seem to have lost quite a few images. And then it'll all be done. Then I go back and start working on the actual my jasonnewland.com website. I mean, it makes sense just to have one website, wouldn't it? But the good thing with the jasonnewland.com is, if you go on there, it's the podcast. So it's literally all the latest recordings are on there in a podcast style. So it just makes it a little bit easier, I mean, personally, I think it's to listen to it auditorily wise, I would use the website above anywhere else. And to watch the videos, I go to YouTube. This is just easier. For me, it's easier. So if I'm in the living room, if I can actually get a sentence out, if I'm in the living room, I'm in here, and I do listen to every single recording that I do now. Every new video I do, every audio, I'll listen to it or watch it. Well, I listen to it with my eyes closed. If I'm in here, I'll listen to it on YouTube. If I'm in my bedroom, I'll listen to it on my website. I never go to Amazon or any of the podcast hosts. because although they are podcasts, my recordings aren't really podcasts, because I was doing recordings before podcasts. They were individual hypnosis recordings, standalone. The Let Me Boy to Sleep is a continuation of my life, but each one is still kind of standalone, but I guess it continues. But with the individual hypnosis ones, you don't have to have listened to any of the others. It's just a standalone hypnosis sleep recording. And having them on a podcast is just a good format. It was a way to get it out there. But you can also download, because you can, if it's a recording recently, so before like up to January, beginning of January, you can also stream and download those recordings from my website, just to jasonnewland.com. So basically just like, if you wanted the overnight voice only sleep without trying from yesterday, just click on it. And you got a choice. You can what? Is it not offering you to download it? I thought it offered to download it. I do apologise. You can play it. Oh no, there's no download. I'm not laughing at it, but just, yeah, there's no downloading. Anyway, you can stream it, but you can also, I really thought you could, I'm confused. I was confused once before. No, you can stream it, you can share it. And you can post it, you can share it on Facebook or X. Oh well. That's very, very weird. All I need to make some changes, because I've got the podcast apps and some of the old podcasts are on there. I will organise that. I will sort that out later. Can you do everything all at the same time? But I do want to make it as tidy as possible. So on the jasonnewland.com, you got like my home, which is just the basic. It's my podcast. There's a link to, this is in the menu, to jasonnewland.store, and that will take you to that website and all the, basically there's not even a banner at the top, nothing. It's just each individual collection. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 collections you can choose from. Let Me Bore You to Sleep, Jason's Bedtime Story Time, Let Me Bore Your Pain Away, Sleepy Boring Objects, Relax and Sleep Hypnosis Daily, Stress and Pain Relief, Stop Smoking, Stop Nail Biting, and ASMR Deep Sleep Whisper Hypnosis. So if you click on, for example, Jason's Bedtime Story Time, and you've got a little bit of Gump about it, and what you can expect. Probably not saying each MP3 is $9.99, so I need to change that because it's free. It says on it, you can see it says 0000, but what I'll do, I have to change that text. And if you go down, you can see that all of the recordings are there, which you can just click on, and they've all got images, and you can just click on them and download. It's good that I checked this, because then I can change some of that stuff. And there's the Let Me Bore You to Sleep one, of course. See, I thought I'd got rid of the prices, because, you know, I play around with this. I've been working on this website, the jasonnewland.store, for ages and ages and ages. That's why there's so many recordings uploaded there. Otherwise, you know, if I was to start to build it now, to upload that many recordings would take me a long time. So, yeah, so again, with the Let Me Bore You to Sleep, you got the very latest one there, and you go down and there's, what is it, 4, 5, 6, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, wow, and 24 on each page, and there's 65 pages, if that works out correctly. Yeah, 65 pages. That's a bit weird. Oh, okay, got you. Oh, I'm just looking at some of the images from the early days, and they're kind of, they're a little bit different from the ones these days. Although I have gone more, I suppose, focused on, I don't know what the right word is. Yeah, they've not been quite as funny lately, have they? There's been some cute ones though, because I did the Rain, 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 Let Me Bore You to Sleep. That was 1,562. There's a lovely picture on that one of me with Vinny licking my face, giving me kisses. That's nice. And there's one there of me holding a sausage in my hand and making a face. And there's one with me with Nelson Mandela in a restaurant, and Vinny is serving soup. She's a waiter. Oh, this is interesting. I did one, and it was about, I talked about Romans and being in a Roman school. I don't quite know where I was going with that, but I talked about that at some point. So I did an image of 2 Romans, me in a school uniform, holding Vinny, who's also in a school uniform, and 2 Roman guards kind of stopping us. I went to post that on, where did I go to post it? It was somewhere. It was either one on the apps, or maybe it was on YouTube, and they said, nope, not allowed. It was potentially offensive. Like, okay, it's a funny image. I mean, me and Vinny are both in school uniforms. I'm talking me with my face. It's not like I've kind of made myself young. It looks silly. It's a silly image. There's another one. Blimey. There's another one there with crocodiles and Vinny pouring a bucket of water over me. One with me and Vinny cleaning toilets. One with me and Vinny boxing each other. Another one where we're getting married. So yeah, there's a few. Quite like some of these images. But also, because as I'm going into YouTube, I'm getting a bit more into YouTube now. Just trying to I don't know, some personal reasons for it really, but making more of an effort, you know. And I've got one particular video, so I've now got, my subscribers have gone up 875% more than the previous 28 days. So I had 39 new subscribers. I mean, that's not a lot, isn't it? But it just shows you how many I was getting before. And my views in the last 28 days are 2,400 more than usual. So I got 4,900. And watch time, it's 357.5 hours more than usual. So I got 1.6 thousand hours of watch time. Hours, wow. It's quite a lot, isn't it? So I've now got 1,676 subscribers. So it's gone up since, I mean, if we go back to, I suppose, the beginning of the month, I suppose, really. Oh, really? What's going on there? It's not allowing me to click on it for some reason. Oh, here we go. So the 1st of February, I had 1,638. Now I got 1,676. And it's just, it went up, then it went down again. Then it started to go up, then it started to go up. And then it started to continue to go up. Now it stayed the same for 2 days. And these, basically, it's because of one recording. One particular recording that's been more popular. It's now my most popular recording of all of my recordings on my YouTube channel. And it's one I did a few days ago, 17th of February. It's called Extreme Deep and Confusing Sleep. And I've had 1,966 views of that one. And it's not only the top, it's the top one for the last month, but it's also top one. I should check this. All time, lifetime. Yep, it's the top one. The second most highest one is an old video, which was the 23 relaxation hypnosis for stress and anxiety attacks, 1,812. Then my third most one was Baby Vinny. But as far as the hypnosis, Calm Your Mind, that was 5th of August. So yeah, the other one was the 25th of May 2024. But it was old, it was from like 2018, I think. Calm Your Mind was from the 5th of August 2024, 872. Power Cuts, Let Me Bore You to Sleep, 913. That was from 30th of October 2022. Again, that was I think that was from before that then, though. I do think it's hard to know. Counting Down to Sleep, which was 778. The Power Cuts was 837. So these are all videos of me actually talking, like, on camera. They're the only ones that really get any kind of interest, really. Not the only ones, but generally. So So all in all, I've had 223,000 views, watch time 54,000 hours, or 54,300 hours, 1.7 thousand subscribers. Yeah, so if I'd been monetized, I would have earned $119.53, which is ridiculous. Because in the past, when I was monetized, I was getting 45,000 views a month, and that was like 150, 160 quid a month, or $160 a month for 40,000 views, 45,000, 50,000 or whatever. So how can 223,000 only be worth $119? It don't make sense. But hey, when there was a time that YouTube used to put adverts on my videos, I had no choice. I mean, I still don't. If you've got a YouTube channel and YouTube decide to put adverts splam in the middle, then they're going to do it. You got more control once you're monetized to stop that from happening. It's weird, isn't it? I mean, you know, that would it's pointless. Get all relaxed and then like 30 minutes in, buy some toilet roll. But no, doesn't work. It's alright if it was a blog, a vlog, which, I mean, some would argue that that's what this is, but let's have a look. Views. Average percentage viewed. Right. Hypes. What's the hype? It's also got the most likes as well, that extreme deep thingy. Why is the page not moving over? Come on. Oh no, there's nothing for it to move over to. Show a chart. Calm your mind. Calm your mind, lad. Don't you know it's time to go down pit? Wow. Okay, so I'm just trying to update you on what's going on really with me and what I'm doing. And the YouTube channel is going quite nicely. I mean, it's still technically it's slow, but it's going much better than it was. You know, as far as the analytics. Oh, come on. It doesn't want to play games. Well, just for some reason it's not all fitting on one page, and it used to. I don't know why it's not now. See, I don't know. I don't know what's gone on. I mean, the stats today it's gone down like hourly, so I'm getting less than I did yesterday. But I don't know why. I honestly, I'm not. Well, actually, to be fair, yesterday, Wednesday, I wasn't getting many at 3, 4 o'clock. 3, 4, yeah. And then during the night, that's when I was getting the most. So yeah, when I wake up tomorrow, I'll probably have a lot more views on YouTube, which I think my audience probably. Let's have a look at the audience. No more stats. No more stats. I'm not. I'm just saying, where's the audience? The audience are When your viewers watch you on YouTube, okay. Early hours of the morning, Monday. Early hours of the morning, Friday. Thursday, early hours of the morning. So early hours of the morning every day, but apparently on a Saturday, people are watching me in the afternoon and early evening, like, you know, that's my peak. And on a Sunday, 6 and 7. So 3, 5 and 6 on a Saturday, 6 and 7 on a Sunday. But then $10 on a Thursday and a Friday, as well as $5 on a Friday. On Monday, it's the highest point is 4 in the morning on a Monday. There's no high point on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, but my high point on a Thursday is 11. These are like peak times. But there's other, you know, there are more popular than other times, but there's, oh, I think I might got that. Watch time from subscribers. So only 55.8%. That's not bad, you know. 55.8% of the people that watch my videos are subscribed, and 44.2% aren't. Age and gender. This is for the last 28 days. Female, 53.7%. Male, 46.3%. Unspecified, 0. Now, ages: 13 to 17 years, 0. 18 to 24 years, 0. 25 to 34, 11.7%. 35 to 44 years, 39.8%. 45 to 54 years, 24.9%. 55 to 64 years, 18.5%. 65 plus years, 5.2%. So yeah, it's pretty much, although there's more females than males, it's still nearly 50-50, isn't it? 53% versus 46%. So top geographies. I always know the answer to this. It's always been the same, whether it's a podcast or whether it's on YouTube. United States is I've always had a larger audience in the United States since 20 years ago. It's always been the same. I've worked hard to increase my audience in the UK, because although I appreciate anyone listening wherever you are, I also wanted people from my own country to be listening. Just makes sense, you know, as well. So it took a while, but United States is 38.7%, United Kingdom 16.8%, Germany 4.6%, Canada 2.8%, and Australia 2%. So device types. This is something I saw online, which is happening. It's becoming more and more a thing. So more and more people are watching YouTube on television now. It was such a almost zero. A few years ago it wasn't really a thing. Now it really is becoming a thing. I mean, I watch all my YouTube videos on TV. Mobile phone's still the top one at 84.9%. Second used to be iPad, I'm pretty sure. Second is TV at 6.3%. then computer at 5%, and then tablet at 3.7%. Yeah, tablet, not iPad. TV's growing. So I think it's going to increase. Because YouTube, it's no longer just something that people would like look at on the bus maybe, or with their friends just to watch a funny video or just to pass some time. It's like actual viewing now, isn't it? It's like, I don't know if it's family viewing because I don't have a family, but I don't know, it's nice to watch it on a big screen. I don't enjoy watching anything on a small screen because I just can't see the screen. I can't see what's going on. Perhaps if I held the phone a bit closer. Ooh. Top subtitle CC languages. No subtitles / CC, 74.4%. And then English, 19.7%. So that just means no one's watching. I don't know what that means. That confused me. Okay, device type videos. Shorts. Alright, so people watch live. This is interesting. People who watch live stuff on YouTube, 51.9% watch live streams on YouTube on their television, compared to 48.2% on mobile. I kind of thought that the live streams would be more watched on a mobile. Shorts, TV's the bottom of the pile on this one. Mobile phone at 53.6. Computer at 28.6. TV 17.9%. So I looked at all when I did looked at TV being second. But if you look at the videos, okay. So mobile phone 85%, TV 6.3%, then computer, then tablet. So TV's the front runner when it comes to watching live content. I don't do live content. I suppose I could, but I don't. Popular with different audiences. So these are the videos. 1.7. Is it casual? What's casual? Oh, okay. So new audience, 1.7 thousand people watch the extreme, deep and confusing sleep. But from a casual audience, 55. Regular audience, 39. So it's not my regular people that are watching it. Very, very curious. Right. Back to the Q&A question. The Q&A questions. Q&A Friday. Megan asked me this last week, but it was a little bit late, just because I'd already done. No, I didn't do one last week because I had no questions, and then I think on the Saturday or maybe late on the Friday, Megan posted this. So she writes, "Oh, I've just seen this for the next one, as I'll have missed tonight. I don't know if you've ever been asked this already, but have you travelled much? And if so, what is your favourite country you've ever been to, and why? Is there anything on your bucket list that you'd love to go to one day? Okay, I have talked about these things, but I can talk about it again. I'm fine with that. I'm probably going to go with Thailand being my favourite country. I would like to go back there. Do it properly this time though. Take my time a bit. Try not to, because last time I went there, I broke my rib and got a chest infection, so that wasn't, ideal. So be a bit more organised. As far as where I'd like to go, I would like to go to other countries, but I'd like to do it in the most relaxing way possible. Maybe even in a way such as on a cruise, like a world cruise. That's something that I'd be up for doing. I think that'd be cool. I'd like to go on a world cruise. I mean, not something I could do, with Vinny, but maybe do it bit by bit. A week here, a week there, and one day maybe do a whole kind of year or 6 months away in the future and travel around and do excursions, just going on land. So maybe even go to the Arctic Pole or whatever it is. Canada. I'd like to go to America. Meet all my fans. Sign autographs and all that stuff. So yeah, my majority of my audience is, I've got audiences all over the world, but I suppose the largest audience that watch or listen to me is America, UK, Ireland, New Zealand, Australia and Canada, not in that order. So although people listen to me in all over Europe, Russia, China, wherever, all over the place. So, yeah, I'd like to. I was going to say there's nowhere I wouldn't like to visit, but that would be lying. There's a few places I wouldn't really want to visit, but there's a few places I would, just for the sake of just interested in going there. Like Dubai, I'd be interested to go to Dubai just to see what it's like. I mean, it's a little bit out of my price range, I imagine. Just to see what it's like. I'd like to go to. I need to have basic comforts. So going camping's not really my thing. Living. At no point am I going to be trying to climb a mountain. Ain't going to happen. Or bungee jumping, or it's going to be, I think, maybe on a cruise ship with some restaurants and a bit of luxury. I've earned it, I think. I've done enough good things to deserve a bit of nice stuff. Just a bit of nice time, I think so. I don't know, maybe I haven't. Yeah, I'd quite like to do that. And let me get a map of countries. Let's have a look. Map of world. Right, I want one that shows the different countries. I suppose they all do, don't they, I guess. Right, it's not letting me to... I want to open it up. Map of world countries. A clickable one. That's what I want. So I'm just looking at this map and some places I'd like to go. So I'm going to start at the left-hand side, which is where the United States is. And then, this is weird. So the United States is actually broken up by Canada. So it's like the head and the bum of Canada is the United States. If they were kind of sitting in a chair and leaning backwards. Like that. So can they get from one part of the United States to the other? Ah, that's very strange. So where is that then? Clickable. Yuck on Koyukuk. Fairbanks North Star. That's confusing. Oh, it's Alaska. So America is part of Alaska. Okay. My geography's not perfect, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of parts of America that are nowhere near the sea. Nowhere near. So, I mean, I'm just thinking if I was going to visit America, I'm only really, if I'm going by a cruise, I can only go and visit places that are near the sea, can't I? So, United States and Canada. Greenland. Quite like the idea of going to Greenland and Iceland. There's a big difference in size according to this map. So I quite like to go to those just to say I've been, you know, just to go and see. I'm a little bit concerned that the breakfast might be just fish. Someone told me that's what they eat in Iceland or Greenland. If a breakfast is fish, now I might be wrong, but that's not. I mean, for me, you know, that's not kind of a breakfast. Not something that I would eat for breakfast. I mean, Mexico. I don't know. I'm not sure. It'd be interesting to have a little look, maybe as an excursion, go there. And then you've got all the different South American places. Did you know the Caribbean's just near America? Ah, that's weird. I thought it was somewhere else. So you got Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, Peru, Bolivia, Paraguay, Argentina, Chile, Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana, Frank. Don't tell me they speak French there, do they? I do wonder, you know, if a country gets taken over and then they get their freedom, why do they continue talking the language of their captors? You think as soon as they got rid of the people that kind of, invaded them, then they would stop talking that language. That's why I want to go back to whatever language I used to have before the Romans came here. Mind you, that would be Italian, wouldn't it? So where did English come from? Don't pretend you know. Nobody knows. Don't say Shakespeare. Russia. Wow, that's a big old country, isn't it? Russia's huge. It's way bigger than America. But where's India, though? See, this doesn't make sense to me. India's got the highest population, as is China. Yet landmass-wise, Russia and I think Canada have got the biggest land masses. But then Greenland rather, looks pretty huge as well. But I don't know if it's all within kind of a proper kind of frame. Yeah, you got all these Libya, Algeria, Mara, Sudan. I don't know if I'd want to go to any of those places. I don't know. Just because there's such a language barrier. If I go to Canada, apart from some parts that maybe don't want to speak English, but I'll pretty much be okay in America or Canada, Australia, New Zealand. There's loads of places in Europe where they can speak English or are willing to speak English. When I went to Bulgaria, everybody spoke English or could speak English. But then you've got places like I don't know, like Mexico. I don't know whether they can speak English, or what the percentile of people that do. So I'm in the UK. I'm basically a little dot on the map. In fact, if you didn't have UK and just crossed that out, you wouldn't even know where we were. It's not that small, but it's quite small. It's a bit of land. You got France right next to it. It's amazing. It looks like France is almost the bum of UK is sitting on top of the head of France, or near the eyebrow, but more pooing in its mouth. No, I don't think this is in scale. I'm not sure. I mean, in some parts of Europe I'd like to go to. Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark. Definitely like to go to those places. I'd like to visit Germany. I'd like to visit Poland. I've been to France, but I guess I'd quite like to visit France. I've been to Spain. I'd like to go to Spain again. Yeah, I think it'd be quite nice to. I'd like to travel. I think that would be quite a nice way to live my life, because I could do this whilst travelling. I know I can't, really travel around the world and stuff with Vinny, but in order to do this, all I need is a little bit of equipment, and I'm fine. And wherever I am, and an internet, so I can do that anywhere on the planet. and I'd actually have something to talk about. Can you imagine? Wow. So instead of sitting here with my same background wall, although some people seem to think that I live in a bathroom, which is weird. Didn't think you could smell me through the camera. I'm just thinking, I could be doing a video on a cruise ship with all the sea in the backgrounds, or I could be on a beach with the palm trees and monkeys and stuff, or in the Arctic, and just be doing it while there's a bit of the iceberg behind me with a couple of not panda bears, what are they called? The big white ones playing ping pong. So that'd make an interesting video, an interesting recording. Africa, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I really don't know. Because you've got places that like Egypt, Sudan, Nigeria, Mali, Angola. I don't know. I suppose I'd like to go somewhere where it's not too hot. I know Thailand's hot, but when it comes to kind of like Asianic countries, I think it's what it's called, but I like the idea of going to China, Japan, Thailand, where's the other places around that area? Okay, Malaysia, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, maybe not, I don't know. Definitely Australia. I mean, it'd be quite nice, I think, in some ways, to get a cruise and perhaps stay. So get a cruise to Australia and then have another cruise booked for maybe a week later, and I'll stay in Australia for a week, with a visa or whatever. See, that'd be quite cool. That way I can just travel around and have a little look. What are you doing? Okay. Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia. Where's the other place? So, Japan. Definitely I'd like to go there. China. Yeah, I'd love to go to Russia, but I don't know if we're even allowed. My dad went to Russia years and years and years and years ago, and he said it's beautiful, very beautiful place. He went to all the cities and stuff, and yeah, I'd like to go there. India, I'm not sure. Again, I don't know if I want to go to India. I think it'd be interesting, but yeah, I don't know. I know there was a trip from the Buddhist Centre. I went to India, blimey, it's about 15 years ago now, and some of them enjoyed it, some of them really didn't. Some of them were really ill. It's a very long, very, very long journey. But it feels, I might be wrong, but I get the impression that the journey didn't end when I got there. I want the journey to end when I get there. So if I get to Spain, for example, if I go to Spain, my journey ends at the airport, other than the taxi to the hotel. And the same as if I go to Thailand, or if I go to I don't know, Vietnam, or if I go to Australia, taxis to the airport. Maybe a bit of travelling around, but I'm not going to try and see the whole country, because there's probably not enough time to do that anyway. Japan. Yeah, I'd definitely like to visit Japan. I've heard a lot of good things about it. And there's the Norway. But I thought Norway was down there. Oh, that's alright. I forget. I realise I've gone far, far, far away from where it was. So I'd definitely like to go to Norway. Those parts of Europe, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Germany, Poland, maybe France, Spain. I've never been to Italy. Italy's not even on here. Does Italy not exist anymore? Oh yeah, there it is. It's tiny. No, that can't be right. Spain and Italy and France. Romania. I'd like to go to Romania and Poland. I'd like to go there because I've met so many people over the years from Romania and Poland. It'd just be nice to see what it's like there, you know. If I'd have kept in contact with some of these people, I'd have somewhere to stay probably, but I never did. Never kept in contact with anybody. The amount of people I've worked with over the years, Australia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Bengal, India. So there's certain parts of the world where I'd probably keep away from, just because of some of the political stuff going on. Especially, they might not be particularly friendly towards an English person. And I'm not responsible for what's going on. I'm all about peace, baby. Peace, peace, peace. So I haven't so much got a bucket list, but I'd like to go to lots of places. There's also places in this country that I'd like to visit. Yeah, definitely. I'd like to visit. So I'd like to go to Scotland. I'd like to go up to Newcastle. Revisit a certain area. I'd like to go to... I suppose I'd quite like to do a journey, like a tour of England, then a tour of Wales and a tour of Scotland. And again, I could do a film footage of that, make a vlog, or do my Let Me Bore You to Sleep, but I'm in Glasgow, or I'm in Kenfillan, or Bolton, or wherever, you know, different parts of the country, and then go to Northern Ireland. Right, I had to have a little break then, because there was a lot of barking outside, and Finny was a good boy. He reacted a little bit, but not too much. It's weird, because I like that dog over there, but annoying, and really annoying hearing it barking continuously. But it's such a cute dog. It's weird. I'm a bit like that with people that bib their horns, or people that speed. I get a little bit angry. why are you doing that? And then they stop their car, get out, and it's someone I know. And instantly I'm kind of like, oh well, I don't care anymore. So it's basically, if I knew everybody in the world, I'd never ever get angry or never get. It's like I wouldn't be bothered by anything. That's not true, is it? Because the more people I knew, the more things I'd be bothered by. But yeah, I'm talking not in a personal communication wise, but just generally things happening around. It made sense to me when I started saying it. Yeah, so I would love to go travelling. Can't at the moment, don't have the resources, but if I were able to, it'd be really cool to turn this into a travel vlog, in the sense of like, let me bore you to sleep, but I'll be travelling and just be boring about what's going on, talking about the whatever weird experiences I've had and just tell you those stories. I think it'd make for some really good recordings. But you know, one day maybe I'm going to have to, who knows, if I win the lottery. I need to do the lottery, don't I? But that in a sense is my ideal situation. As I said, I wouldn't be going away all the time, because Vinny, he can stay with his mummy who lives over there, maybe for the odd week or two, if she's okay with that, and I could go away on a what's it, cruise or something. But it'd be brilliant. And then I don't know if are there any pet friendly cruises? That's an interesting question, isn't it? For me, anyway. Pet friendly. Pet friendly weed killer. Do you ever you think that's put in the first two and the rest will come up? Pet friendly hotels, fair enough. That's a good one. Pet friendly weed killer. Pet friendly hotels near me. Pet friendly motel Rockhampton. Pet friendly rentals. Pet friendly ice melt. And then is the Vange pet friendly? So yeah, so pet friendly cruises, cruises. Okay, dogs. Oh, there is. No need to leave your pets behind. This is P&O Ferries. Enjoy your holiday with them. When you book with P&O, but are you allowed to take your animal into another country though? That's the question. So I'm interested in cruises, not ferries. Which means so I could take him. I'll be sleeping on the ship the whole time. And Vinny, it is. The thing is, I don't know if I could trust him, because what if he gets out of and it's not even funny, but what if he gets out of the cabin and just runs and doesn't realise that there is actually he can't keep running without getting wet. So yeah, that, I don't know, they must have some kind of things around to stop that happening. I don't know. Eurocamp, dog friendly, Cunard Queen Mary 2 is the primary cruise line that allows dogs, offering a unique experience for pet owners looking to travel with their furry companions. Finding a cruise that accommodates dogs can be challenging, as most major cruise lines only permit service animals. However, there are a few options available for pet owners, with Cunard's Queen Tooth being a standout choice. Mind you, what if you didn't like the other dogs? What if the other dogs didn't like him? "15 best dog-friendly cruises available." It says 2025, so I'll go there because I haven't updated it. I gotta be careful because he's not a service dog. They're showing dogs that look like service dogs. Right, key points: limited options, service versus companion. Major lines such as Royal Caribbean's, Norwegian, Carnival, Princess and American Cruise Lines permits only trained service dogs as defined under the Americans with Disabilities Act. So that's no good to me, because he is, well, two things: he's not a service dog and he's not trained. We don't really do service dogs in this country outside of for physical disabilities. So someone with, you got sight dogs and possibly hearing dogs as well. You don't have it. The emotional thing, it's not really a thing here in this country. Like an emotional pet. Plus he's pretty useless for that anyway. Imagine I'll be in public, I'm having a bit of a time, I go to pick him up and he just starts biting me and growling, because that's what he would do. He hasn't got any sense of wanting to look after me at all. Bless him. Dog friendly cabins. So P&O Cruises. So that's dog friendly cabins. So this is Hull to Rotterdam route. But can you just walk onto Rotterdam with a dog? I don't know. I thought there'd be some kind of rules about taking animals abroad, just thought they would be. So anyway, I could go on about that all day because that's something I'd love to do. Oh, my life would be interesting. That'd be amazing. Michelle asks, "Hi JJ, hi Juicy JJ. How's it been going with your cooking adventures? Are you still cooking for yourself more often? Have you been enjoying it?" And belly rubs for Vinny. I can do the belly rubs for Vinny. The other bits, I'm trying. I'm not very successfully being successful, but I have tried. Yeah, I'm getting better. I've been sort of cooking and stuff. At least once a day I'm eating proper food. I'm trying. I mean, it's weird. I think for me it's just I guess it's a habit, getting into the habit of doing certain things. So I don't have to train myself to make a cup of tea for my breakfast or to get my ready break ready. I don't have to train myself for that, because it's kind of, that's a habit that's already there. So I need to rebuild the habit of eating a cooked meal in the evening, maybe even during the day. And I was quite enjoying losing the weight, because part of the reason I kind of cut down, I got rid of sugar, I got rid of Coke. I used to drink quite a bit of Coke, but I stopped drinking Coke altogether, pretty much, unless I'm out. If I'm in a restaurant or something, then I'll drink some Coke, or if I'm in a coffee shop or something, and that's twice a year, if that. Probably less. So yeah. I mean, cutting down on sugar, I did lose weight, but now it's all gone. It's back. It re-arrived. It returned. Came back with a vengeance. So yeah, I have to kind of get back to you on that one, because I'm not sure. I've got food in the cupboard. I've got food in the fridge where I can cook food, like cook. Got an air fryer, got an oven, got a microwave. I've got everything I need. Except everything but motivation, I think, for that. Yeah, I could definitely do with stop yawning. It's time for another nap. Blimey. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to get more involved in cooking and stuff. But I'm not a cook. I mean, I do know how to cook, generally. I know when something's cooked. Does that make sense? So, I did catering. I did cooking at school for 3 years. I worked in a chip shop for 2 years, so I know when a burger's cooked or when fish is cooked. That never leaves you. Basically, it just floats. If you're frying fish and chips as well, once they're floating, they're pretty much cooked. Don't take my word for that, though. I got food poison, but that bloke, Jason, he said that just if it floats, you can eat it. Yeah, but don't put it on a lilo or whatever, on a rubber dinghy. Oh, it's going to float, isn't it? Mind you, a rubber dinghy wouldn't really go into a hot frying. Forget that. But I've worked in kitchens and worked in a canteen doing breakfasts, and also I've been on my own, as far as looking after myself forever, really. So yeah, I know how to cook. I just don't do fancy meals, things like lasagnas, anything that takes a lot of time and effort. I can't be bothered, because it's just me. And I'm not, I'm a basic person. Very, very basic. Meat to veg. Because I'm kind of that kind of person. I'm just, and a fruit juice. And a yogurt. And a big iced bun with a cherry on top. Oh, I love those cherries. Yeah, so it's not a very good answer to your question, but I don't enjoy cooking. I'll be honest. I enjoy sometimes having done it. I kind of sometimes get a little bit of kick of the accomplishment of going and doing it, but I don't cook. It's very basic. Some vegetables, just very very basic stuff. But I would never. cook a meal, like like a. Do you know some people invite a person around? Oh, come, maybe a boyfriend or whatever. It's, oh, girlfriend. Oh, come round and I'll cook you a meal. Now, if I invited you around for a meal, you're probably going to get a takeout pizza. Or when you get here, I'll say, what do you want? Kebab pizza, Chinese, fish and chips. I wouldn't offer fish and chips because I'd only offer stuff that I want to eat. So I probably wouldn't offer Indian either. I don't mind Indian in the restaurant. And my favourite Chinese meal is a omelette and chips. Yeah, that's my favourite Chinese meal. Chicken. I was going to say chicken meal. I normally just have a plain omelette. Indian. I think if I was going to choose an Indian meal, if I went to an Indian restaurant right now, if you took me out for a meal, I would go for a mild vegetable curry because they're lovely and they've got potatoes. It's and the naan bread, and because it's really about the flavours, isn't it, with Indian food? So I'd have to have it mild because I don't have that ability to eat like strong, hot stuff. I tell you what I do like. What is it? It was a Spanish not taco, Paco, Laco, Taco, Waco, Paco. You know where they put all the different things on the table, and you can just help yourself to lots of different. Like, I like that. I really like that. That's one of my favourite things. And in a way, you go into an Indian restaurant, you can kind of have that as well, can't you? Have lots of different things and just take a spoonful of whatever. But taco, what's it called? Tapas. See? Paco, tapo, lapo, wet, tapas. I was in the ballpark, wasn't I? Tapas. Love tapas. The Spanish sausages are nice. I don't know why that's funny to me. It's a weird thing to laugh at. I like a nice Spanish sausage. Tapas. Yeah. That's a real nice, that's good pub food, tapas. So, that I do believe brings us to the finality of this particular episode. I've been talking for about an hour and a half, believe it or not. Yeah, I know. Where does the time go? So it's Friday today. Just trying to work out the next week. So I do a Q&A Friday, which means the day before is a Thursday for a hypnosis recording. Wednesday, let me bore you to sleep. Tuesday, hypnosis recording. Monday, let me bore you to sleep. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday for the hypnosis one. As if I do like one recording a day. A day. I do one recording a day. A day. I don't know. Maybe. I did see something quite weird. PewDiePie had a video telling people to use a different email and not to use Google. And I thought, it seemed like quite a strange thing to do, bearing in mind he was the top YouTuber for quite a while before Mr. Beast came along and kind of blew everyone out of the water. There's also, I think, an Indian YouTube that beat him as well, but basically PewDiePie was the top of the pile for a long time. And he's telling, like, he was doing this video saying, get rid of your Google email, or don't use Google, use a different search engine and all that stuff. And I was thinking, but Google own YouTube, and YouTube has paid you millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. What if they decide they don't like the fact that you're encouraging your millions of listeners to stop using Google products? They might stop giving you millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. That's what I thought. Might not be useful information, but I just thought I'd just pass it on, because now I'm relieved. I've got rid of that information. Don't need it anymore. It's gone. You can say, wasn't there a story about PewDiePie? And I'm like, don't know. I don't know. I've forgotten. So there. So thank you very much. I'm sending myself to sleep here. So thank you for listening. Remember to be kind to yourself, because you deserve to be happy. And be gentle with yourself. You deserve to feel safe. Lots of love. Did you hear Vinny going? Lots of love. Bye.